Good morning. SF Live breaking news special. I'm joined by Jeff Pontius in 1 second to discuss the drill results this morning, just released a couple hours ago. But before we do that, make sure you follow us on Twitter, follow us on YouTube. We'll be uploading this interview to our social media channels as well. And make sure you get a good look at that press release that came out earlier. But now let me switch over to Jeff Pontius. He's the president and CEO of Corvus Gold. He's a returning guest on the show. Jeff, good morning. How are you doing? And congrats on the results this morning.
Great. Thanks, Kai. Yeah, it's really exciting for us. This is really proving our point of the exploration potential of the Bullfrog District. Lynnda Strip discovery is a really unique oxide gold discovery we've made out there. It's probably much bigger than our land package that we have here, like many of the things that we found. And it just, I think, really punctuates the potential of this district. And our geologists are having a ball right now, going out drilling holes into ore deposits, and it's pretty cool. We've got a new thing also over at our North Bullfrog project. Hopefully, we're talking about that in a month or so here. But things are popping out here, and it's really exciting.
Yeah, no, run us through the drill result today that you put out, and what does it mean, and give us some interpretation of it, and to put that into context for the whole area, maybe.
Right. Lynnda Strip is a fairly narrow strip of ground that we acquired after Anglo came in and picked up the Renaissance block of ground. They left an open strip of ground between them and the old Imperial Metals ground, which was Northern Empire, and then got bought by Coeur. So we came in and staked that. We have some big north-south through-going structures through there. We've been looking at those on the surface, targeting those. There's no real surface gold anomalies there. There is some surface geochem, and there's some good-looking alteration. So this is one of those sort of second-tier targets, no obvious gold system sticking out of the ground, but a good, interesting target. The way the hole was drilled is we only intercepted the lower part of the system. It's a big pancake-type body, a relatively flat-lying body with some higher-grade veins along high-angle structures that go north-south. And so this lower part of the system is really attractive. It's oxide mineralization. It's thick. It's good grade for heap leach, run-of-mine heap leach material, thick enough to be open pit mineable. So we're really anxious now to get out and do some more drilling on this. We have projected a higher grade section in the upper part of this system that we need to poke some holes in. So we've in the process of submitting a drill permit and get all that in line so we can get out there here in the next few months and start getting some holes in there and really evaluate this system. In my perspective, I mean, we've got Anglo Gold to the north of us, Coeur Mining to the south of us. This is a deposit way bigger than Corvus Gold's land package, and so Corvus is going to end up with claims in the middle of probably what is going to be a large new deposit. So it's a great position for a group like Corvus to be in, and we're real excited about this particular target. In addition, we've staked some other ground to the east of Anglo's Silicon project. We've talked about in the news release the Hidden Valley target there. That is a really good looking alteration, high level alteration system, much better looking than the Lynnda Strip target was initially. And we're excited. We've been doing some surface work in there, and it's a really cool target. And I think it just points out the potential that this district, which hasn't seen any modern exploration since 1999, and there's a lot of potential out here.
Oh, fantastic! And the result opens the whole area, as you mentioned as well. How is your drill focus shifted, or is it shifting at all? Like I'm sure you got some room in the budget for some additional holes. Are you going to be refocusing some of that money, or reallocating some of those funds?
Not really. We have enough flexibility in the budget to assess what Lynnda Strip is going to be for Corvus Gold. I mean, this is a good looking target. We have a relatively small land package. It's a strip of ground here, but that land package could be hosting 300,000 ounces on it. So we'll be in there doing that work that we need to do, and we have enough money and flexibility to do that. We're also staying focused. Keep in mind, we've got 2 core rigs busy working on the CIZ zone. We'll be having some new results out right around the end of the month, early August, on that, where we get a next good-sized batch of holes out on CIZ, as well as a northern extension of Mother Lode. I think it's important to think about. Mother Lode's sitting here. It's definitely probably over a 2 million ounce deposit. And if we follow that structural trend that we've now right into the Lynnda Strip target. And so that opens up a lot of potential within this district, I think, to really follow some of these big structural trends and see if they really turn into major deposits.
Yeah, and you've been drilling on the CIC as well. So, after these great results, next results should be coming from the ZIZ on the Mother Lode project, just barely south of where you released the holes today.
Yeah, they're a couple kilometers south, but this deposit's big. Mother Lode's probably well over a kilometer in strike length, and so it's a large deposit, and we'll get those results out into the month, early August, and we'll keep people up to speed with how we're doing out there. We'll keep those 2 rigs busy out there drilling that zone. Our goal is to get 25 deep intersections in there, so we can come up with at least an inferred resource on CIZ to really give our shareholders an idea of what we're looking at as far as size, grade, and eventually that'll get plugged into a PEA study. Oh. And keep in mind the current PEA study comes out in early September, where we're updating everything with 35,000 meters of drilling in Mother Lode. Mother Lode got a lot bigger in addition to CIZ, just its footprint as well. So.
Wow, you got amazing news coming up, and I want to just drill on one more mention you had in the press release, and you said you'll be conducting a more follow-up drill program to test the upper part of the system of the results that you put out, and you projected to be higher grade. Just trying to figure out where does the assumption come from?
Well, we're seeing grade trends. We're seeing alteration systems. We've historic holes to the north of Lynnda Strip. So we've painted a pretty solid picture of a geologic model that should have not only structurally controlled higher grade mineralization, more yellow jacket type stuff like we have at North Bullfrog, but also broad zones that should be in that area. So that could add certainly to the project, and as we bring mineralization closer to the surface, it helps everything out as far as the pit goes.
Oh, definitely. Fantastic. One last question before we wrap this up. This is a breaking news special, not an in-depth with Jeff Pontius. So are you going to make the entire AMT survey available that helped you target a bit?
Well, I think parts of it we will that are on Corvus's ground, and certainly as it relates to targets like Twisted Canyon is an obvious target for more Lynnda Strip type mineralization off to the west of us. That's a interesting area. We've got surface gold mineralization there. So as it relates to new targets that we'll be drilling, we'll definitely make it available.
Fantastic. Jeff, thanks for joining us this morning. Thanks for running us through the press release. That was really exciting. Market seems to be excited about it as well. And good luck. And we're looking forward to some more results from the ZIZ, but also from the other areas. So really appreciate coming on.
Great.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks, Kai.